Our next guest says she's created a really effective way to practice gratitude and have more joy in your life and better relationships.
We're here with Christel Wendelberger, and she says peace and wellness are possible even when life is hard. Her book is called Mindful Gratitude, Practicing the Art of Appreciation. She joins us today with ways to see through the haze of our busy lives and find the good stuff in life. And I was just telling her during the break, the feel of the pages of your book bring happiness in itself. They're
You're
like
grateful for that.
Feel that.
Yeah.
Aren't they great? Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
That was very intentional, right?
It was
to
very
feel the pages?
Exactly. We were very intentional when we designed the book to make it feel good, to make it look good. We wanted people to have a sense of calm and relaxation while they read it.
Yeah. It really does give that off as soon as you touch it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So talk a little bit about the busyness that we experience, because we were talking this morning about meeting you and saying, you know, gratitude is like the buzzword. Everybody's talking about gratitude. So how do you put it into practice? Because I think a lot of people are like, of course, we're supposed to be more grateful, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, so I think that the book is called Mindful Gratitude for a reason, because I think we do have to pull back and pause for a moment to really reflect and be grateful, because you're right. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, thank you for this, thank you for that, I love the sun.
Surface.
Right, and I think when we take that time to just think a little bit about, you know, what are other people contributing to us? So, for example, you guys have prepared for this show. All of your viewers are watching, but all of us, we watch TV and we go click, click, click to the next thing. And if I were to pause and think about what it took to put this show on, the studying, the preparing, the getting the guests, all the people who are here helping you bring this together, then I really realized, wow, there are a lot of people working for my benefit, so that I can just sit down easily and turn on the TV and watch. And so I think that when we take that time to pull back and recognize all the depth beneath what we just see, it can help us to feel that gratitude more easily.
I agree with Tiff that gratitude is a buzzword, and everybody's talking these days about you should be more grateful and you should practice gratitude and expressing it. But I think a lot of people are going to say, well, I'm sick. I'm ill, I have a chronic illness, or they're going to say things in my life aren't working out right now, I'm going through a difficult relationship, or whatever it is, and they're going to say, I don't feel grateful right now. So how do you transition from being in a bad place in your life to that spirit where you're able to more freely express gratitude?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, because life is challenging, and I think right now in particular we're living in very challenging times. And so it's not to say that there's always sunshine and happiness, because life has challenges. But by practicing gratitude, we build the resilience, we build the muscle, so that when times are tough, we can find the good stuff. And when you say, how do you do that? I think it's by asking yourself better questions. So by looking around and saying, you know, who did contribute to my life today? I'm lying here, I'm feeling sick, you know, everything feels like it's falling down around me, but somebody has done something for you. And what have they put into that? You know, the bed you're lying in might be very comfortable, or it might just be okay, but you're in a bed. Somebody made that bed. There is a whole story of how that bed came into being. Someone designed it. Many people, many hands went into making it. So it's just taking that time to pull back, and if you can take your mind into a place like that, it can take you out of some of the pain that you're in. And just, again, it doesn't mean the pain's going away, but you're building some resiliency and some muscle for dealing with the challenges. Does that make sense?
We're almost out of time, but I want to mention what Molly was talking about during the break with the three of us, is that there's a journal that goes along with this book. And is that part of how you put it into practice every day in this mindfulness, is journaling, writing?
Absolutely. So the book actually contains essays, sort of my example of mindful gratitude, stories from my own life. But the real point of the book is for you as the reader to dig in and find your own story. So after each essay there are reflection points, questions you can ask yourself, and then we created journals and note cards so that you can write for yourself and write to other people and say thank you to them.
Remind yourself, tell yourself. You've got this great event coming up on Valentine's Day. It's a workshop Wednesday, February 14th on mindful gratitude. The Conservancy for Healing at the Reiman Cancer Center is where it's located. Mindfulgratitude.com is the website to find out more about Chrstel.
10
Thanks so
a.m. to
much.
noon, right?
10 a.m. to noon.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Chrstel.
much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Appreciate it.